back to Speak It Well English. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing really well. But you know what? Something interesting happened to me last week. I was at a networking event and I met this person who just had this amazing ability to connect with everyone. Like, within 5 minutes, people were laughing with him, sharing stories. And I thought, how does he do that?
Oh, that's fascinating. Some people just seem to have that natural gift, don't they?
Exactly. But then I realized, maybe it's not a gift. Maybe it's a skill we can all learn. And that reminded me of this incredible book I read called How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie.
Oh, that's perfect timing because that's exactly what we're talking about today. We're going to share 5 powerful principles from that book that can help you build better relationships and communicate more effectively in English.
And these aren't just communication tips. These are life-changing principles that work in any language. But we're going to practice them in English today.
So today we're diving into 5 key ideas from Dale Carnegie's classic book. This book was written almost 90 years ago, but the principles are still incredibly relevant today.
Absolutely. And by the end of this video, you're going to have practical tools you can use immediately to improve your relationships, whether it's at work, with friends, or even with family.
And the best part? These principles are simple to understand and easy to apply. You don't need to be naturally outgoing or charismatic. Anyone can use these.
So, let's dive in.
Okay, principle number 1 from the book is incredibly powerful, and it's this. Don't criticize, condemn, or complain. Instead, try to understand the other person's perspective.
This is so important. Dale Carnegie says that criticism is futile because it puts people on the defensive and makes them want to justify themselves.
Exactly. Think about it. When someone criticizes you, what's your first reaction? Do you think, oh, they're right, let me change? Or do you feel hurt and defensive?
Usually defensive, right? I remember one time my manager criticized my presentation in front of the whole team, and even though he had valid points, I was so embarrassed and angry that I couldn't even hear his feedback properly.
That's a perfect example. Criticism, especially public criticism, rarely produces positive change. It usually just damages the relationship.
So what should we do instead?
Well, Carnegie suggests that instead of criticizing, we should try to understand why the person did what they did. Every person has their own reasons for their behavior. If we can understand those reasons, we can communicate more effectively.
Right. So instead of saying, "You're always late, you're so irresponsible," we might say, "I noticed you've been arriving late recently. Is everything okay? Is there something I can help with?"
Perfect example. See how different that feels? The first one is attacking. The second one shows concern and opens a dialogue.
And this works in professional settings too. Instead of telling a coworker, "Your report was terrible," you could say, "I think this report has potential. Could we work together to strengthen some of these sections?"
Exactly. You're showing respect while still addressing the issue. Carnegie says, any fool can criticize, but it takes character and self-control to be understanding and forgiving.
I love that quote. It really makes you think about how you communicate.
Now, let's move to principle number 2. Give honest and sincere appreciation. This is about recognizing and acknowledging the good in others.
Oh, this is so powerful. Carnegie talks about how people crave appreciation. It's one of the deepest human needs.
Exactly. And notice the key words here, honest and sincere. This isn't about fake flattery or manipulating people. It's about genuinely noticing and expressing appreciation for what others do.
Right. There's a big difference between flattery and appreciation. Flattery is insincere and selfish. Appreciation is genuine and comes from the heart.
Let me give you an example. Imagine your colleague stays late to help you finish a project. Insincere flattery would be, oh, you're such an amazing person. You're the best worker in the whole world. That feels fake, right?
Yeah, it's too much and not specific.
Exactly. But sincere appreciation would be, thank you so much for staying late to help me. Your expertise with the data analysis really saved us. I really appreciate your support.
That's so much better. It's specific, it's genuine, and it recognizes the actual contribution.
And here's the thing. Most people don't receive enough appreciation in their lives. Think about it. When was the last time someone genuinely thanked you for something you did?
You're right. We're quick to point out mistakes, but we often forget to acknowledge when someone does something well.
Carnegie says, I consider my ability to arouse enthusiasm among my people the greatest asset I possess, and the way to develop the best that is in a person is by appreciation and encouragement.
That's beautiful. So by genuinely appreciating others, we actually help them become better versions of themselves.
Exactly. Now, principle number 3 is really interesting. Arouse in the other person an eager want. This is about understanding what the other person wants and showing them how they can get it.
Oh, this is about motivation, right?
Exactly. Carnegie says we're all motivated by our own desires and interests. So if you want to influence someone or persuade them, don't talk about what you want, talk about what they want.
Can you give me an example?
Sure, let's say you want your teenage son to study more. You could say, you need to study because I said so. But that's focusing on what you want, not what he wants.
Right, and teenagers don't respond well to that.
Exactly. But if you understand that maybe he wants to play video games professionally, or he wants to get into a good university, you could say, I know gaming is really important to you. Did you know that top gamers often have strong math and strategy skills? Studying could actually help you become a better gamer.
Oh, that's clever. You're connecting his interest to the behavior you want to encourage.
Exactly. Or in a work situation, instead of saying, I need you to finish this report, you might say, finishing this report will showcase your skills to the leadership team. It could really help your career advancement.
So you're showing them the benefit for them, not just for you.
Exactly. Carnegie says the only way to influence people is to talk about what they want and show them how to get it.
This really changes how we approach conversations, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Now, principle number 4, become genuinely interested in other people. This is about shifting our focus from ourselves to others.
I think this might be the most important principle of all.
I agree. Carnegie says you can make more friends in 2 months by becoming interested in other people than you can in 2 years by trying to get other people interested in you.
Wow. So it's not about being interesting, it's about being interested.
Exactly. Think about the last time you met someone who only talked about themselves. How did that feel?
Exhausting. I remember meeting someone at a party who spent 30 minutes talking about their job, their achievements, their vacation. They never asked me a single question.
And did you want to spend more time with that person?
Definitely not.
Exactly. But think about someone who asks you genuine questions, who listens to your stories, who remembers details about your life. How does that make you feel?
Valued, respected, like they actually care about me.
That's the power of genuine interest. And here's a practical tip. When you meet someone, try to find something you're genuinely curious about in their life. Ask them questions. Listen actively. Remember what they tell you.
And this works in professional settings too, right?
Absolutely. Instead of immediately pitching your idea in a meeting, start by asking others their thoughts. Show interest in their perspectives. This makes them more receptive to your ideas later.
It's like you're building a bridge of trust first.
Perfect way to put it. Now, our 5th and final principle, smile. This seems simple, but it's incredibly powerful.
A smile? That's it?
Don't underestimate the power of a smile. Carnegie says a simple smile is worth $1 million because it shows that you're happy to see someone.
That's true. When someone smiles at you, it immediately changes the energy, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And here's something interesting. Carnegie talks about how your smile has to be genuine. You can't fake it. People can sense when a smile is insincere.
Right. There's a difference between a real smile that reaches your eyes and a fake smile that's just your mouth moving.
Exactly. And the key to a genuine smile is actually thinking positive thoughts about the person you're meeting. If you're genuinely happy to see them, your smile will be authentic.
I love that. So it goes back to principle number 4, genuinely caring about others.
Yes, all these principles work together. And Carnegie mentions something really interesting. He says even if you don't feel like smiling, forcing yourself to smile can actually improve your mood.
Oh, really?
Yes, there's psychological research that supports this. The physical act of smiling sends signals to your brain that can actually make you feel happier.
So smile even when you don't feel like it, and you might start feeling better.
Exactly. And think about it in practical terms. When you walk into a room with a genuine smile, what happens?
People are more likely to approach you, to talk to you, to include you.
Right. A smile is like a universal welcome sign. It works across all cultures and languages.
This is so practical. I'm definitely going to be more conscious of smiling.
Now let's talk about the mistakes. Don't feel bad if you've made these. We've all been there. These are common mistakes people make when trying to build relationships.
Absolutely. Mistake number one is criticizing people to try to change their behavior.
Yes, we've already talked about this, but it's so common that it's worth repeating. People don't say, "You're always so messy. Why can't you be organized?" That just creates resentment.
The correct approach is to understand first. Maybe ask, I've noticed things have been a bit disorganized lately. Is everything okay? Is there anything I can do to help?
Exactly. You're showing concern instead of judgment. And Carnegie reminds us that when you criticize, you're attacking someone's ego, their sense of importance, and people will defend that to the death.
So criticism almost never works the way we want it to.
Right. Mistake number 2 is giving fake compliments or insincere flattery.
Oh yes, when people say things like, you're absolutely perfect in every way, or you're the best person I've ever met, and they barely know you.
Exactly. That's manipulation, not appreciation. Real appreciation is specific and genuine. It focuses on actual actions or qualities you've observed.
So instead of, you're amazing, say something like, I really appreciated how you explained that concept. Your clarity helped me understand it much better.
Perfect. That's specific and genuine. The person knows exactly what they did well, and they know you really mean it.
Mistake number 3 is talking only about yourself and your own interests.
Yes, this is so common, especially when people are nervous. They think, I need to show how interesting I am, so they talk and talk about themselves.
But Carnegie teaches us the opposite. The way to be interesting is to be interested.
Exactly. Instead of saying, I just got back from an amazing trip to Paris, let me tell you all about it, try asking, have you traveled anywhere interesting recently? I'd love to hear about it.
And then you can share your Paris story later in the context of the conversation.
Right. It becomes a dialogue, not a monologue. And mistake number 4 is forgetting to smile or having a negative expression.
This is interesting because sometimes people don't even realize they're doing it.
Exactly. Some people naturally have what's called resting face that might look serious or unfriendly even when they're feeling fine inside.
So it's important to be conscious of your expression, especially when meeting new people.
Yes, and remember, a smile doesn't cost anything, but it can create so much value in your relationships.
I love that.
All right, let's practice. I'm going to give you some scenarios, and you think about which response follows Carnegie's principles. Ready?
Ready.
Scenario 1. Your coworker makes a mistake that affects your project. Do you say, option A, you messed up again, you're so careless? Or option B, hey, I noticed an error in the report. Can we look at it together and figure out what happened?
Well, option A is pure criticism. It attacks the person, not the problem.
Exactly.
Option B is better because it focuses on the issue, not the person, and offers to work together on a solution.
Perfect. And it doesn't put your coworker on the defensive. Option B follows Carnegie's principle of not criticizing. Let's try another one.
Okay.
Scenario 2. You want your friend to help you move apartments this weekend. Do you say, I need help moving. You have to come help me? Or option B, I'm moving this weekend and could really use help. I remember you mentioned wanting to redecorate your place. While we're moving, I can share some design ideas I've learned, and we can grab pizza after. What do you think?
Oh, this is about arousing an eager want.
Exactly.
Option A is just demanding what you want, but option B shows what's in it for them. Design ideas, pizza, spending time together, and you're asking, not demanding.
Perfect analysis. You're showing them how helping you also benefits them. That's Carnegie's principle in action. One more scenario.
I'm ready.
Scenario 3. You're at a networking event and meet someone new. Do you say, option A, I'm a marketing director at a tech company. I've been working there for 5 years. I just completed a major campaign. What do you do? Or option B, Hi, it's great to meet you. What brings you to this event? What kind of work are you passionate about?
Option B, definitely.
Why?
Because option A is all about you. You're dumping your information on them. But option B shows genuine interest in them first. You're asking about their passions, not just their job title.
Exactly. You've really understood these principles. So let's review what we learned today.
First, we learned not to criticize, condemn, or complain. Instead, try to understand the other person's perspective. Criticism rarely changes behavior. It usually just damages relationships.
Second, we talked about giving honest and sincere appreciation, not flattery, but genuine recognition of what others do well. This is one of the deepest human needs.
Third, arouse in the other person an eager want. Don't talk about what you want, talk about what they want, and show them how to achieve it.
Fourth, become genuinely interested in other people. You make more friends by being interested than by trying to be interesting.
And fifth, smile. A genuine smile is a powerful tool for building connections and improving relationships.
Now here's your homework. This week, I want you to practice just one of these principles. Pick the one that resonates most with you. Maybe it's smiling more, or asking more questions and showing genuine interest in someone in your life.
Yes, and here's a specific challenge. Find one person today, it could be a coworker, a family member, or even a stranger, and give them sincere appreciation for something specific they've done. Tell us in the comments how it went.
Remember, these principles from Dale Carnegie aren't just about winning friends or influencing people in a manipulative way. They're about genuinely caring for others and building authentic relationships.
And when you improve your relationships, you improve your life. It's that simple.
You're doing an amazing job learning and growing. Every time you apply these principles, you're becoming a better communicator and a better person.
We believe in you. Keep practicing, stay genuine, and watch how your relationships transform.
See you in the next video.
Goodbye, everyone.